And welcome back. Now, earlier on in the news, we're talking about the embattled we told you about the embattled ex-Kogi governor, that's Yahaya Bello, on immigration watch list. And we told you how efforts have now been escalated to prevent his potential flight from the country. And this was alerted via a circular from the Nigerian Immigration Service, and it was issued on Thursday. And now to discuss this further, I am joined by Elvis Asia. He is a legal practitioner. Elvis, a very good morning to you. Let's just jump right into it. And let me ask you, what is your response to EFCC declaring Yahaya Bello wanted?
Well, I think in the circumstances, one can hardly fault the EFCC, even though I have not been very comfortable with their style. Because I want to ask, was there an invitation extended to him initially before the siege on his premises? But if that was done and he failed to attend, then it would be justified to attempt to arrest him. And if the attempt has failed, perhaps because, based on the reports in the news, that it was aided by the present governor of Kogi State, then they will be justified to declare him wanted. The truth of the matter is that nobody's above the law. The law is very clear. When you have an invitation from any security agencies for that matter, it is incumbent, it is obligatory. It is your civic duty and responsibility to honor that invitation. And an invitation from for EFCC or any other security agencies, it doesn't mean that you're going to die there or that you have been convicted. It's just a process. And that, as a former governor of a state, one would expect that Yahaya Bello should understand this. I think he's probably getting the wrong advice on this. It's absolutely wrong for anybody to try to evade an invitation or an arrest by security agencies, irrespective of whatever legal issues that is being expressed from the decisions in Kogi or Abuja.
Elvis,
nobody. Yes.
Yeah, and now you're saying, it's wrong to evade, arrest. It now begs to ask the question, why do you suppose the former governor is resisting, answering to the EFCC, especially if he says he's innocent?
I think he's in a better position to answer that question. But as an observer, it would be, it would seem to me that he has something to hide. Because if you don't have anything to hide, why you don't away from investigation? One thing that our political class need to understand, governors, the president, the vice president, whatever it is, the fact that yes, as governor you have immunity, but you could be investigated. He was investigated, whilst he was in office, and the law. There are several cases in our jurisdiction where the courts have held that is legal. He has been investigated, and now he's been brought before a court. There's now even an order of court compelling him to be brought to court for purpose of facing its criminal charges. So whatever he's hiding, I don't know. I can't speculate on it, but it will seem that there's something there. If you are innocent, that's why you should be running away from arrest or investigation by security agencies.
Now, this has taken a different turn as the National Immigration Service have now issued a circular alerting law enforcement agencies, including the police, the Department of State Services, as well as, other authorities, law enforcement authorities, stating that he's now on a no-flight list, and also put out his full name, as well as his passport and nationality, underscoring the seriousness of the government's directive. What do you make of the NIS's move, the Immigration Service move?
What they have done is in order. What Yahaya Bello is doing in attempting to evade investigation and now trial, it's actually very serious. It's a serious dent on our rule of law in this country. And every security agencies, all attempts must be made to nick this in the bud. And so, because it would be very sad to hear that, for example, that he has escaped to another country, and therefore the tentacles of our security agencies can no longer reach him. So, what the immigration is doing or has done, is right. He should be prevented from traveling. Should be compelled by all means necessary, all legal means, to answer to the charges that has been filed. It is possible that the charges may be spurious, may be, baseless or whatever it is, but the law requires him to answer to them. And, the fact that he's trying to avoid that, it's really worrisome and very sad for a former governor at that. So I support every legal means to bring him to face the charges that has been preferred against him. That is the rule of law. There's no respect of any person, whether you were a former governor or not.
Elvis, many thanks for coming on. We appreciate you for doing this with us. And that's Elvis Ace here. He is a legal practitioner and has been commenting on the recent no-flight list put out, or no-flight bar put out by the NIS.